Good evening, everyone. We're going to start tonight with coverage of an effort in D.C. that could greatly impact a number of local veterans struggling with their health. One of those veterans telling us tonight his story and how it's linked to this effort.
That effort is now in the form of a bill called Honoring Our Promises to Address Comprehensive Toxins Act, or the PACT Act. And it's now making its way up to President Biden's desk. Congressman Joe Morelle voted for that bill. Christian Garzone sat down with Morelle and that local veteran who has developed a host of symptoms after spending months exposed to burn pits overseas. Christian.
Well, Morelle says some 3.5 million veterans exposed to burn pits have developed sicknesses and are waiting for treatment. This new bill will create a presumption of sickness, essentially saying if you were around this stuff and you're ill, you're going to get help. Marine Rob Ziegler was infantry and deployed overseas. He, like many others in places like Iraq and Afghanistan, was around toxic fire pits.
With burn pits, I mean, we used rocket fuel, jet fuel to burn everything.
And things they could not bring home, like equipment, they also burned. There were also chemicals of what, he says, God only knows.
But we're burning that, so we're constantly around it. So that's 14 months I was totally in all that.
The pits scattered throughout forward operating bases. Ziegler now combating various ailments possibly related to the pits.
So every time I cough or sneeze, I see a lot of stars. I get really hot. I feel like I'm going to faint. I have irritable bowel syndrome.
He says every year it's something new. Now, Congressman Joe Morelle says some 3.5 million veterans exposed to burn pits and developing diseases are fighting.
Nearly 3/4 of the claims that are made to the VA by people who have been exposed have been rejected.
To get treatment, he says a lot of red tape is about to get slashed under the PACT Act.
You have to prove to the Veterans Administration that that exposure caused the illness. This changes it to create a presumption.
The burden of proof now goes from the patient to the U.S. government. Ziegler says a presumption of illness under the PACT Act he hopes will save lives.
It's a start. Can't say really much about it yet.
Now, this bill will create a presumption of sickness for 23 illnesses and cancers. For more on the PACT Act, find this story over at our website, rochesterfirst.com. Live in Rochester, Christian Garzone, News 8. Adam, Teresa, right back to you in the studio.
Christian, thank you. That PACT Act is awaiting a final Senate vote before it can be sent to President Biden for his approval.